Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Depdoc here, and today is another computer video that I'm going to be doing. It's been a while since I've done one, and today this video is going to be about how to upgrade your RAM inside of your laptop. Now, before this video gets started, I would really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe and like this video for more computer videos like this. I do them somewhat often, and I do some gaming videos too. And here's your daily meme.
Now, once again, what we want to do is we want to remove that excess paint now. Excess paint, ever so gently, hit it upon the canvas. Ever so gently. Let me give him some legs. Now, if you've noticed, I f***ed up. When you f*** up, you cannot erase, because this is paint. It's pretty permanent. So, you just get stressed out. I tell you what, to match his little son, let's give him a hat. And before you know it, ladies and gentlemen, you got a happy family. Now, if you're representing my family, things are a little bit different. You see, Martha will represent my ex-wife. Now, what she likes to do is rip my little heart out. So imagine, this is Martha, this is me, this is our boy Billy, who I haven't seen in 10 years. God knows what he's doing. And that's my heart. And this is her ripping my heart out. She's gonna rip out my heart. It's gonna hurt a little bit. It's gonna hurt a lot. But, you know, that's just the name of the game. That's love. That's relationship. Hey, that's life. You join me next week. This has been another episode of You Martha.
There you go. So yeah, I do daily memes on the channel in every video. So anyways, so basically the first step, what you're going to do is that basically unscrew all the screws on the bottom of your laptop. Now, this, I only showed a few because, well, basically how I have my setup is that I have my kit, I have my phone, and I have my two hands, and it's really hard to see. And my laptop has really like secure screws, so you need like both hands really for a lot of screws. So I showed off how to I showed off me unscrewing a few, but then I had to go off camera and unscrew a few by myself, which took me a while. So that's why you're seeing me basically struggle a little bit with these. And yeah, I'll finally show you how when I got to a point to where I got the back off, which took me a while. Alright, so there's the hard drive that I installed. I'll have that in the eye in the sky of the video. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to uninstall your RAM. Now, basically what you're seeing right now is that not really anything. So basically, the best way that I can tell you is that there's two tiny pins that you should see on your RAM, like your RAM cage. Basically, this is on like normal computers too, but basically it's a lot smaller. So it's these little tiny pins and you pull them opposite ways. It then extends the RAM out, and you pull it out. It's really simple. It took me forever to figure that out. I thought it was impossible to put it in. Also, another key note that I didn't do, this is why I took away the camera again, is that this piece of, like, covering tape is one of the most obnoxious things ever. Like, you can never see anything, and I thought that if you took it off, you couldn't put it back on. That's a lie. You can put it back on. So, yeah, just to let you guys know about that. And basically, you guys are not going to be able to see anything. But basically, you want to line up your RAM with, like, the perfect prongs. Basically, if you have, like, the same kind of RAM, I'll link that down in the description for the RAM. And basically, it's HyperX RAM, and there'll be a little prong in the middle. One side's longer, one side's shorter. Line it up. Basically, I think the side that's always the line-up side is the side that like sets the specs. Like if it's 2066, DDR4, 16 gigs of RAM, that's basically what mine said. You prop it in. Connect it, and basically when you put it in, when you push down on it, the two prongs should snap back in. Well, at least they did for me. I believe that they should work that with everybody. So, start that. So basically, after this, I got my one RAM stick in. I had this all recorded before, and I'm just talking over it because the camera, the audio would have been horrible because I had people in the background talking. When I was doing this, I thought it would just be smart to record it. So basically, if you see me doing my mistakes right here, I left the tape on, and that's one thing you should not do. Take off the tape, and I'm trying to line it up with the other RAM for some reason. I'm like trying to stick it in, even though it's not gonna go in. And this is what kind of caused my first downfall. Every single time I do one of these videos, it just seems like I always fail at something. When I installed the hard drive, I forgot that you had to format it. I legit raged and was like about to rip out the hard drive and say it's broken. But it wasn't. It was fine. It just had to be formatted. So yeah, I'm struggling for like 40 seconds trying to figure it out. and I really don't know what to do. It's really embarrassing. But yeah, then I get to a point to where like, oh, I have it in the wrong hole. And I'm like, okay, I think I got it in now. I'm pushing on the prongs, which you shouldn't have to do. That's when the first red flag should have happened. So then after that, I thought that I had everything done. And I was like, I'm clear. Then I decided, let's put back on all the screws, which basically isn't impossible. But I didn't screw up. I didn't screw on the back. I just put it back on the back because, well, I just wanted to make sure that everything worked at first. And yeah, I'll have part of my reaction for you guys to listen to. I got a boot screen on my screen, and basically I was like, okay, that looks pretty good. But the thing that like you also got to remember is that do not be scared if the computer does take some time to boot. This is going to happen because, well, it's new hardware inside the computer. So if the computer's kind of slow, just remember, it's the RAM. But one of the things that I ran into is that when I turned on the computer for the first time, I was like, okay, it feels kind of good. Let's go into system storage. I checked the about, and basically I saw 16 gigs. I was like, well, shoot, I screwed up, and now I had to turn off the computer again. Well, basically, since I did a bad job on the RAM, I had to rip the whole entire computer apart again. So that's what I had to do. So then here comes my second attempt of me doing it, when basically I turned back on the computer, which it still did take a while because, well, it's new hardware. It happens all the time. If you install a new, well, I don't know if you install a new hard drive, the computer's going to take longer to load because it has to boot all them hard drives. So basically, with new RAM, it's also going to take some time because it has to format that RAM as system RAM. It's not going to be basically what you think it's going to be. So it's not going to be lightning speed. It's not going to be anything like that. It's going to take some time. So don't be scared if the computer takes some time. But after like the first like 4 or 5 times of you doing this, the computer will just act like normal. Maybe even after the first time. I'm not really too well known how fast the computer adapts to it. I mean, it seems pretty fast in like my second load up time because it then is like, oh, okay, so we have 16 gigs, and there's a big difference you can feel in load times from single stick to dual stick. So then basically, I load up the computer, I go back to the about, and then I see 32 gigs of RAM. It's very simple to do. Don't be stressed. You can't break RAM unless you smash it into the RAM cage. Which, if you do that, there's something wrong. Please don't do that. I'm begging. It's bad for the computer. But yeah, just be careful with your computer. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'm willing to help with anything you guys have to ask. And yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I know I've been slacking on a lot of computer videos because I really do like doing computer videos on this channel. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys later. But anyways, so when you have the computer opened already, you want to make sure that on the SATA port, on the hard drive or SSD, and on the computer itself are lined up.